I'm Maximilian Deer, and although I've been wearing the same hoodie for the 3 days, there's something new going on in my life. I just got this property under contract. We're literally going to finalize the contract live. No other YouTuber does this. This is the contract. I'm going to sign it live, and I'm going to update you guys on how I found this deal. My girlfriend's watching a live stream right there. Y'all can't see her, but I can hear myself talk. Oh, there you go. Turn that off. That's so annoying. All right, guys. So I am going to show you guys how to wholesale from step 1 to step 10. We just got a property under contract. Now I'm going to go see the house tomorrow. If it's a good deal, everything looks good, then we're going to work on selling the deal. So we're going to cover today the acquisition steps, and then we'll also cover a little bit the disposition steps. Hey, thank you, everybody. What's up, y'all? What's up? Yeah, big congrats. So yeah, let's walk through this deal. But hey, may not be a good deal. I want you guys to tell me. So here is the property in question. And we're going to finish this contract. I'm going to go through contracts with you guys and also explain to you guys how contracts work. But here's the property. You may remember this property if you've been following the channel for a while, because it is the same property where RJ Bates, the man himself, actually reviewed one of my calls. And I'll be honest, it wasn't one of my best calls, but he reviewed me, he grilled me. But hey, we still ended up getting the deal under contract. I've been following up with this deal for, man, when did he post this? 1 month ago? Now, I've been following up this property for probably 6 weeks now, 8 weeks now. And we finally got it under contract. I just randomly texted the guy yesterday and he just seemed fed up. He was like, yeah, I want to sell. I said, let's move. So send him a contract. You guys can literally see the text messages I have going on with the guy. Just follow up text. Did I put him in a CRM? Did I have some expensive sequence? No, I was just texting him whenever I can. I mean, that's it, guys. You just text people. So what is this property? Let's go through it right now. It's a property that I actually got from a PPL lead. So it was an iSpeed to lead, PPL lead. Whoa, that was a terrible sound. Did you guys hear that sound? No, you guys didn't hear that. Good. iSpeed lead, PPL lead. I paid $29 for this lead. It was a coupon club lead. It was a lead that nobody else wanted. I genuinely don't know why, because it's a good deal. The guy wanted way too much money for the house. He wanted like $400,000 or something, and we got him down to about $320. Now, $320 is expensive, but he says the house is really nice. So that's what we're banking on. But yeah, we bought this lead here. 29 bucks. Maybe we can turn it into a few thousand, but more importantly, can we get an investor a good deal? That's what I'm going to be focused on today. What's up, guys? What's up, Nathan? Leave a good impression, and follow-ups are what gets those sweet deals. Exactly, dude. I actually really don't care. I don't think I'm going to make much on this deal, but I really want to help one of my investors out and get them into a house that can be a good flip. It's not always about making a lot of money. Sometimes it's just building that relationship, because like if you can help a buyer out and also help this seller out, but if I can help this buyer out, then he'll come back to me for another deal where I can make maybe a big fee. Sometimes in business, guys, you just let a deal go. You don't make a lot. You just cover your costs. And then the next one you make a lot of money on. But hey, who knows? Maybe I can make some money too. Can I get an autograph, bro? Dude, I want an autograph from you. NNN. All right, so let's walk through this deal together, and then I want you guys to tell me if it's a good deal or bad deal. All right. So you guys know how I got it. I literally bought the lead for 29 bucks. We ended up following up for a few months. Didn't use anything crazy. I literally used my cell phone, and I didn't have a CRM. I did nothing else. All right. Now, here's the property, guys. It is a brick. I believe it's a 3-2. I actually don't even know. I probably should know. Maybe it's a 4-2 in Plano. All right. This is an ideal property. Like, I know you guys are like, oh man, that's bread and butter. Yeah, you guys, this is bread and butter. This is what every investor wants. So really what I want to stress on today's video, guys, what I want to stress is put your mind in the shoes of investors. This is going to be my new motto going forward in 2025. I want you to wholesale like an investor. I feel like a lot of us are getting caught up in wholesaling, how much money we can make. What's our assignment fee? I need to make 10, 15, 20 grand on this assignment fee. Let's work backwards. Let's reverse wholesale. Is this a good deal for an investor? Then let's work backwards into our fee. So the first thing I want to know is this a good house for an investor? This is a great neighborhood. the best of the best. This is what every investor wants. And this is the perfect type of house. So right off the bat, we have the right property. Now it's all about formulating the right price. But this deal, every investor wants. This is the quintessential perfect property for an investor. Oh my, it's literally could not get better. like this is what we dream about getting. So because of that, we can probably pay more. So now let's walk through comps on this thing. So I'm going to open up Propelio and comp it real quick. And then let's see what we need to get it at. So Zestimate's 407. We got under contract at 320. Is that good? Is that bad? Well, it's already a good sign that we got it under Zestimate. Guys, if you're locking up deals and you're locking them up at Zestimate or over Zestimate, 99% of the chance you probably got a bad deal. What I've noticed, and I'm not saying to do this on every deal, but a quick back of the napkin is you usually want your deals somewhere between like 70 to 80% as estimate. So we got ours at 80% as estimate. Okay, that's a good sign. Yeah, let's check. All right, let's get going on this. Yeah, but what's the motivation? None of you asked that. What's the motivation? Why is this guy selling? Dude, he just wants out. He wants gone. He wants to move out. He doesn't want to live in the area anymore. I'm going to go meet him tomorrow. I'm going to go walk the house. I'm really banking on it being nice because I paid a lot for it because we walked and talked about, no, we didn't walk, but he walked around the property. We talked about everything about the property and he said it was nice. So I'm going to hope he's right. He wouldn't send me pictures. So I got to go look at it tomorrow. So guys, here's the property. Like I said, couldn't ask for a better neighborhood. This is gold. Now, you want to know what's perfect about this house? And this is why I want you guys to focus on bread and butter properties. A lot of you guys are focused on wholesaling ugly little tiny houses out here, right? Or things like that. No. When you get a property that every investor wants, guess what happens? An investor has already flipped a property just like yours. This is a perfect comp. A 3-2-2. I think ours is a 3-2. I actually really should know that. I assumed ours is a 3-2. I'll double check. But this is essentially a perfect comp. All right, and this one sold for 460. So that's pretty much our ARV. I do think we can go a little bit higher, but we'll talk about that. You hear my dog barking, bro? Dude, we gave him a pup cup at Starbucks, and he's been fiending for more sugar. The guy's going crazy, so it's not food, dude. He just wants more sugar. So here's a property, guys, pretty much just like yours, or ours. I'm going to call it ours, guys, because we're a team here. Nice, right? They painted the brick white. They put the little wood shutters. They painted the poles black. They did a pretty good job. They didn't actually replace the door. All they did was paint the door. So, guys, I wouldn't call this full ARV. I would call this somewhere in the middle. Hey, hold on. Let me go live on Facebook real quick. I always forget to go live on Facebook. 1 second, guys. I always forget how to, freaking Mark Zuckerberg. Come on, Zuck. All right, we're live on Facebook. All right, let's walk through this. So, you see what I'm saying? Don't get me wrong. It's a nice house, but can you guys agree with me that it's not full ARV? Like if you saw this on HGTV, you're sitting there with your husband or your wife, your dog, your cat, right? You're sitting there and you're looking at this. You'll be like, HGTV is slacking, right? It's not full ARV. Don't get me wrong, it's nice. I'd love to have a house like this. But like those cabinets or those countertops aren't updated. That kitchen it's not bad. Could be nicer. I mean, you guys tell me if I'm wrong. I love having this open discussion with you guys. That's an old door. That door's from like the 70s. Know what I'm saying, guys? So, anyways, that sold for 460. And ours, I really want to know how many bedrooms ours is. So if you guys are like, Max, how do I figure out like all the technicals of a house? Genuinely, you can just pull it up on like county tax records. But that's why it's nice to have software. So let me quickly look this up on XLeads, just curious. See if XLeads knows what it is. But any questions you guys have, let me know. Everything is nice, but the floor ain't it. You don't like the floors? Are the floors bad on this thing? On this house? Dude, those are nice wood floors. In the kitchen, they're a little bit old. But yeah, I mean, I know what you're saying. All right, here we go. Let me quickly double check. So anyways, guys, now we're going to run through the numbers. So are we buying this at 70% of ARV? Like, how are we going to do it? Let's think in terms of an investor, and then let's do backwards. That's what RJ does, and that's what I want to start to teach you guys to think more about. Hold on, let me just quickly check. Is this if it's a it's a 3-bedroom. That's what I thought. All right, cool. Anyways, don't go call them. All right, here we go. Now, let's just say ARV is 460, even though I think we could squeeze higher, but we could spend some more time competent, right? We could spend more time. This house sold for 500, but it's bigger. And to me, it's not full ARV. A lot of these houses actually not full ARV. This one sold for cheaper, but this house is not even updated. Dude, this house is not even updated inside and sold for 440, right? So I think a really good flip, my gut feeling, just because I know this neighborhood could bring higher. This one sold for 485. It has 1 extra bedroom. It has a pool. Hard to comp a pool, guys, but let's see how nice it is inside. It's meh. It's nice. Don't get me wrong. That's pretty nice, but it's not full flip. So you would just spend time competent, but let's just say 470 is ARV, okay? So 470 is ARV. Like, a lot of people, what they do is they would be like, well, we got to buy it at 70% of ARV. And then you would have to say repairs, which we're going to put a number in here for now, and then we can talk about that. Let's say $50,000 in repairs. I got to offer 279. That doesn't work. So what I usually do is I say, hey, what can I sell this at? This area, guys, I can probably sell at 80% of ARV. If I'm lucky, maybe 82% of ARV. Then I subtract my repairs. Then I try to subtract a little bit of money I want to make. So let's say I just want to make 10 grand. Well, then we're at 316. Well, you got it at 320. We're pretty close, right? That's more of what I want to do. But today I want to walk through how much is our buyer going to make, and then we'll see if it's a good deal. Sounds good, guys? Yeah, this for sure is like an 80% area. I know some areas we can even sell closer to 82%. But this is like gold for an investor. Now, again, guys, what I'm banking on, usually this type of property is going to have high repairs. So what do you guys usually say would be repairs on something like this? If we go to the Discord, I have a little repair cheat sheet. This house is about, what did I say, 2,000 square feet? What do you guys usually budget for a 2,000 square foot house in a nice neighborhood for repairs? Personally, I'm probably going, I'm usually saying 60, sometimes 80, right? That's sort of where my head's usually at. I use, you can look at my little fix and flip cheat sheet here. About, it's hard to say because we're right in the middle between these two. But like, you're seeing like 65. It could be as bad as 85. You add some major repair items in. If it's this terrible, you could even see 100 grand. 55K, I think that's a really good guess. But after talking to the seller, he really said that he spent a lot on majors. Like, he was saying, like, he just updated a lot of the majors. The house is good. He just says there's a few things that are outdated. So I'm hoping that repairs come in closer to like 30, 40. I'm going to go out there tomorrow and see. So let's run our numbers, guys. Then we're going to go through the contract. So we're going to run our numbers. This is a calculator I built. If you guys want access to this, just let me know. Maybe. Maybe I'll do that. We're going to say about 2,000 square feet. After repair value, what did we say? We said 470. Closing costs, purchase price. So this is from the eyes of an investor, guys. That's what we're thinking about, strictly from the eyes of an investor. Hard to say what we're going to put this out at, but what am I getting at? I'm getting at 320. Let's say I'm trying to sell for 330,000. All right. So closing costs, 1%, could be a little bit higher. Repair estimates, we just estimated, you can use this, but let's just say repairs is going to be 40. This is going to get really important here, guys. Now, your investors are going to buy with cash or hard money. I'm going to break this down a little bit, cash or hard money. But a best way to find repair costs, man. I like my cheat sheet. This is a really good, just beginner-friendly strategy. But you can get, this is like back of the napkin numbers. Honestly, you're going to hate my answer. The best way is to just keep doing this. And you're just going to know. Like, I can see a property and know within like 20% what repairs are in about 2 seconds. But you can just use some simple formulas. So usually I like to budget like $20 a square foot. And this is cosmetics. So let's break this down. Just cosmetics. Okay, I'm not talking about roof, foundation, plumbing, HVAC, electrical. I'm not talking about the big five. Right? We're just talking about cosmetics. Usually cosmetics, if it's not bad, you're talking like paint, carpet, basic stuff, $20 a square foot. And this is for most neighborhoods. If you're talking a high-end neighborhood, this doesn't work, okay? So most neighborhoods, $20 a square foot. If it's doesn't need a lot of work. If it's just your average property, you're usually safe with $30 a square foot. And if the property is like really bad, you usually won't be at $40 a square foot. And if it's just like burned down, like it's terrible, I usually go at $50 a square foot. Now that's cosmetic. Then I add on average about $10,000 for each major repair item. So if it also needs foundation and roof, I'm adding 20. So let's take an example. You got a 2,000 square foot house and needs average amount of work. That's now times that by 30. That's 60 grand. Needs 2 major repair items. You're at 80. Eric, on houses that are under 500,000 ARV, that's going to get you within pretty much 80% on every house. Like I just taught you a $5,000 lesson in like 30 seconds. No, I don't think you're low, Chris. It really depends on the type of property. Really depends. So let's go back to our math, guys. Think like an investor. This is what I want you guys to do. Most of you guys here, sure, wholesaling is fun. Wholesale makes money. Wholesale replaces your 9 to 5. Your ultimate goal is to be a real estate investor. So I want you to start to think like a real estate investor to become a real estate investor. You got to manifest it. All right, so if they're going to do cash, they have to come out of pocket $373,000. That's your purchase price. That's your closing cost, guys. That's your rehab. Like they're coming out of pocket cash. We'll talk about hard money here in a second. Your cash has a cost. I can put my money in Charles Schwab right now and make 5% interest. Well, that's $1,555 a month that I'm losing. You got to budget for that. And if you're not budgeting for that, well then you're not being an investor. You're not thinking like an investor. When I go and buy something, okay, it's actually so bad that literally if I go buy coffee, I start to think about how much money I'm losing in interest by not the opportunity cost. But especially when I'm doing big investments. I just bought a house, guys, in South Fort Worth. Paid about 70 for it. I'm putting about like 30 grand in rehab into it. That's $100,000 in cash. I didn't get a loan. Cash that I spent. I'm like, dude, that money could be making me 5% risk-free. I could be making $5,000 a year risk-free in the bank right now. Or I could be making probably $7,000 or $8,000 in S&P 500 stocks. Or if I would have invested that in the NVIDIA, I would have made like 30 grand, right? Like you got to think of opportunity cost when you're spending money on a fix and flip. So holding costs, guys, while you're fixing a property, you have costs. You got to pay your taxes. You got to pay your utilities. You got to pay all this stuff. So we put all that costs in there. Then sales costs, guys. This is getting really minute and technical, but I think it's important for you guys to understand. Now, when you sell a property, you have costs. You got to pay your listing agent, your buyer's agent. Now, when we're buying a property, guys, little hint, we always tell buyers, or we always tell sellers, hey, you know, every time you sell a house, on average, it's 10%. That's true for your average retail seller. But for investors, we don't pay agents 3% to sell our houses. We usually pay them like 1%, maybe 1.5%, because they sell a lot of our properties. So if I had an agent sell one of my fix and flips, I'd probably pay them like 1.5%. Not going to pay them 3 because I'm going to bring them a lot of business. So you can save some money there. So I'm usually budgeting 4% for agent costs because I got to pay the buyer side. All this stuff, guys, I know I'm rambling, but it's important because these are our returns on this deal. Let me go through it one more time just to make sure my numbers are right. Purchase price is $330, right? We got a contract $320. ARV is $470. Repairs $40. We're doing cash. Dang, dude, look at that. So if an investor buys this, they'll make $60,000-ish. But I like to also look at their monthly returns. Assuming this flip takes them 4 months start to finish. Takes about a month on the market, month to close, and about 2 months to fix it up. They're going to make about $15,000 monthly returns. And then the return on invested capital is 17%. That's money. Dude, Eric, are you asking me? Oh, my bad, bro. I thought you asked me the same question again. I was like, dude, did you not hear me? So, guys, your investors, you want them to make at least 10% profit on their flips. At least. At least. Try to shoot for over 15%. But I really like to look at monthly returns. I want my investors to make over $10,000 a month. So guys, this is good. This is good. Like, I think I have a good deal here. So although the numbers on the formulas may have not looked so good, but like when you actually break down the cost, I can sell this deal to an investor. I really can. Now, if we do hard money, this is going to change pretty substantially, but I'll stop talking. I'll stop doing math. Let's go through the contract first, then we'll come back to hard money. All right. I'm about to get into the contract, guys. We are literally going to sign this contract live. So does anyone have any questions before we move into this section? Because I know I just ripped for 20 minutes. I'm going to drink out of my big pirate mug. You guys let me know if you have questions. What area did you get the property? Well, I got it in Plano, but I found it on iSpeed Elite, and I actually did it live. You guys saw me do it live about a month ago. I just finally got under contract. Most people do hard money. Most people do hard money. So Audi's 100% right. Most fix and flippers are doing hard money. It's about 50-50 probably on like long-term rentals. So it's extremely, extremely important to run your numbers with hard money. Because Audi is right. Most people don't have 400 grand to flip a house. And hard money is going to change our numbers substantially. Yeah, it's such a great question, Michael. Learn your market, talk to investors, and see what they're buying at in dispo shops. But then, more importantly, do what we're doing here and actually see, like, is this a profitable deal? And one little tip I will say, Michael, is if deals sell super fast and this area is in really high demand, percentage of ARV will go up. If it's like sort of in the ghetto and deals don't sell that fast, percentage of ARV will go down. Yeah, it's going to be a big difference. We'll get into that in a second. But guys, this is very dependent. If I get out there and that house is not nice, it's a bad deal. I just got to walk away and I'm going to have to cancel. Max, what happens if you cancel a contract? We'll talk about it. I'm literally going to spend $1. Like, it's going to cost me $1. And for all of you guys who keep putting $5,000 EMD, for all of you guys doing this, look at this. $10 EMD. 10. $1 option. Stop freaking putting thousands of dollars of EMD on off-market deals. Sellers don't care. They don't care. And if they do care, fine. I have never, guys, I've bought and wholesaled a good amount of houses. I have never gone over $10 in EMD on an off-market deal. I have never, dude, never. On market's a different story, but like, I don't do it. Yeah. I don't know why you guys have this situation where you guys have to come out of pocket thousands of EMD. Like, you don't need to do it. All right. It's literally never a problem. Thank you, Melvin. No. Not on the buyer side. Juan, we're talking about the seller side. When we lock up a seller, we're trying to put as little money as possible. But when I lock up a buyer, I ask for $7,500 of EMD. Very, very different. Buyers are giving me non-refundable $7,500 of EMD. And if they back out of my deal, I take their money. Unless it's like a problem on our side. Obviously, I'm not going to take their money. But if they just back out because they back out, like whatever, I'm going to take their $7,500. Doesn't happen often. Nah, you good, bro. But like if something happened with the house or there's an issue, I'm always going to give their money back for sure. Okay, let's look at this contract. These are the sellers. This is my LLC that bought it. Nice cock, LLC. Let's not talk about it. Okay. Let's go. So address, guys. So here you got to put in, I actually made some, I didn't do the contract perfectly. I was tired. But you got to put the legal description into your contracts. So there's address and there's legal description. We got our purchase price. We're not doing any loan assumptions. We're not doing any seller financing addendums, none of that crazy stuff. We're just going to talk about the basics here. I'm going to initial here. Using my title company. Again, we talked about the earnest money and the option money. Not putting a lot. I got a 14-day option. Guy was chill with it. You want at least to get 5 usually. That's your goal. 5. You can do 3, but try to shoot for at least 5. So I'm going to sign that. What? Oh, wait, what? Hey, Max, your promo code for 10 off does not work for X Leads More. Yeah, there was an issue with Zach. So here's what I want you to do. If you're signing up for X Leads, guys, sorry about that. Just use, actually, I don't know if code, let's check it out right now together. Zach, you're what? This is important, guys. We're going to come back to the contract. You guys know I love X Leads. So I already talked to Zach about it. He's going to get fixed. There was an issue, I guess, on the support team. They just made code 10 off, $10 off instead of 10% off. So I asked Zach, and he's like, I have no idea what's going on. So anyways, when you get into X Leads, if you guys want 10% off, just try code SOUP for now. And there you go. You'll get 10% off. He'll get it fixed here in like a day or so, but just do code SOUP. That should work. Code SOUP, get 10% off X Leads for today. And Enzo Dialer is coming soon. Yeah, for sure, Jay. All right, cool. Sorry, guys. Back to the contract. Contracts suck, guys. They're a little boring. Now, I know what you guys are thinking. Do I have to use this long contract? Guys, go in the Discord. Go to the contracts channel. And here I have a couple example 2-pagers. Guys, examples. Do not use these contracts without seeking an attorney and having them revise it for your specific state and activities. But this is the one that Zach uses. This is the one that Jerry recommends. And these guys, these contracts are really simple. These are what we call 2-pagers because they're literally usually 2 pages. Like, look at this. Those are 2-pagers. Now, these are examples, guys. Please don't just use these and go wholesale. Have an attorney review them. This, what I'm using, is a realtor contract that Trek provides. So in some states, you can have public contracts that they provide. Texas is one of those. In other states, you're probably going to want to use a 2-pager. So, but this is like a freaking monster contract. But the really important things in this contract, guys, are your option days. Pretty much I'm paying $10. Actually, I'm paying $1, but I'm pretty much paying a very nominal amount of money to have the right to have 14 days to say yes or no to this house with 0 consequences other than losing my $1. I am paying for the right to have an option period, an inspection period, a due diligence period. That's important. The name's important. Put and/or assigns in your contract. Make sure that buyer pays all closing costs usually. Just looking at anything else. The rest is pretty much just gibberish. What I really like, guys, is in the special provisions we'll talk about here in a second. We're buying a property as is. That's really important. Oh, I actually made a mistake on the contract. I'll have to fix that after this. Buyer is an investor and reserves the right to resell the property at any time and for the price at its sole discretion. The option period shall be calculated in business days only, excluding weekends and federal holidays. I probably just bored you guys to your mind. Like, dude, what are we doing? It's like legal class 101. I like to add my own little verbiage in each contract. And pretty much what I'm saying, guys, I'm not an attorney, don't sue me, bro, but this is what I personally do. I like to say, hey, I'm a buyer and I'm also an investor and I reserve the right to resell the property at any time. AKA, I may wholesale this deal. Okay? I always like to be transparent. Please stop locking up properties and telling people that you're the end buyer. Don't do that. You're lying. You suck. Get off this channel. Then I also like to say the option period shall be calculated in business days only, excluding weekends and federal holidays. So this is really interesting. You can write that in your special provisions, and let's say you get a 3-day option, but Saturday and Sunday come up. Now you just got a 5-day option period. And then Monday's President's Day, you just got a 6-day option period. You just learned a little trick. Need to be licensed to use the Texas one. I'll just say that no one cares. Every wholesaler in Texas uses a Texas real estate contract, so take that information as you wish. Not advising you to do it. I have not used Zach's contract. No, I only used the Texas one in Texas. Outside of there, I have my own 2-pager I use. Yeah, I don't, dude. Like literally, no, you don't have to be. But I won't say anything on air. I don't want to incriminate myself or get myself in trouble with NAR. So anyways, just really basic things, guys. Just going to sign. That's about it. And yeah, we're good to go. So now let's talk about this deal and look at it from a hard money point of view. And then, I don't know. Let's see if I have a good deal or not. All right, just finished signing. Made a little mistake on the contract, but I'll fix it. Do you need to put that in your contract that the contract is assignable? There's different case laws and arguments. Some people argue that all contracts are assignable. Some people say you have to put and/or assigns and say explicitly that your contract's assignable. Guys, put it in your freaking contract. That's my opinion. When I call an I am an investor. Okay? And I have the capital to close on properties, and I have the knowledge to close on properties, and I'm still being upfront with these sellers and saying, hey, I will probably wholesale your deal. And then we never have an issue. I have never had an issue. A lot of you guys are locking up properties, and you guys are saying, oh, I'm the investor. I am fully going to buy this property, and I'll close here in 10 days. And then you get yourself in trouble because you lied. Stop lying. Say you work with an investment group, and your goal is to find them off-market properties, and they will pay you directly. You're pretty much going to help them sell this property. You're not a licensed agent. You're not representing them, but you're just going to facilitate this transaction, and you're not going to charge them anything. That's a good pitch. What I usually tell them is say, hey, I'm a real estate investor. I own these properties. This one, I may buy it. It may fit my book of business, or if it doesn't, I just tell them I won't. But like, I genuinely may buy it. But turns out it's not good for me. I'm a licensed agent. I have a large network of investors. And what I'm going to do is during these 14 days, if I decide I'm not going to buy it, one of my partners will. And don't worry about him. He'll pay me whatever. You don't have to worry about a thing. So I have full intentions on getting this property closed in 14 days, whether it's me or someone else. I've never had someone say, no. If anything, like, oh, sick. So if you don't buy it, you're going to help me sell it? Be like, sure, I'm not representing you as an agent, but one of my guys probably will, yeah. There you go. This is what Kobe says about the forms. So anyways, guys, I want to break down a few things here in wholesaling. I want you guys to start thinking like investors, and I want you to stop lying, okay? Stop lying that you're the buyer, you're this, you're that. If you are, that's wonderful. But just start being transparent that you're going to wholesale this property. And if you can actually explain it well, no one should care. And if they do care, they're actually not motivated. Did you guys ever think of that? If a person is literally desperate to sell their house, they have an actual pain that is physically causing them to need to sell their house now. They're in pre-foreclosure. They're about to lose their house. Someone is sick in their family. They have to move for work. Whatever the reason is, do you think they're going to actually care that you or someone else buys the house? No, they don't. And if they do, they're actually not motivated. If they want $2,000 EMD instead of 10, they're not motivated. They're not freaking motivated. Exactly. So anyways, let's look at this deal again from a hard money perspective. Let's say we're using hard money. Does anyone have any confusions of what hard money is? And if you do, don't worry. I literally, like a year and a half ago, before I was like into the cash world and I was just creative and buying houses like with banks and stuff, I didn't even know hard money was a thing. Like it's a fairly new concept to me. So do not feel bad. Literally do not feel bad. And I know I know a lot of you watching this are not fully up to date on what hard money is, and that's fine. So I'm going to explain it. You can essentially get a loan from like a private party, not like a bank. Okay. I mean, some of them are pretty big companies, but whatever. You can get a loan, guys, and they don't worry about your credit that much. Don't really worry about your credentials that much. They just look at your deal. They say, yeah, it's a good deal. And then they lend you money. But these loans are supposed to be more short term because the interest rate's really high. So they're giving you money to buy the house, to fix it up, probably resell it, or refinance and go get an actual loan with a bank. Okay? You're in and you're out. Probably like 6 months or less. Okay? Sometimes 12 months. All right? Now the interest rates, Standard right now is 2 and 12. What does 2 and 12 mean? That means 2 points, 12% interest. That's the standard that you can get lower or higher. Okay, so let's look at this. And they don't lend you 100% of the money. They'll lend you 70, 80, 90%. Same with the repairs. It gets confusing. It depends on your area, depends who you are. But I built a really cool calculator for it. So points, let's say it's 2 points. That means that you have to pay 2% of how much money you're borrowing up front. So you have a little bit of an upfront cost to originate the loan and 12% interest. Let's say that you are a medium, you're a pretty new investor. These are very dependent. So this doesn't mean, but let's just say they can loan you 85%, 80%. Some guys, I've seen people loan 90% and 100% of repairs. But let's just say they're loaning you only 80%. Okay, very standard. This is like the most standard loan. Like you're a new investor. They don't trust you. This is probably what you're going to get. 2, 12, 80%. All right. So that means you're going to get 80% of the purchase price and the repairs lent to you. So that means you still have to come out of pocket $83,000. Now, if you're an experienced investor, that maybe come down to like 43. So pretty big difference. Now our numbers are going to be rerun. Let's look at this deal. Our net profit is lower because we're paying to borrow money and we're paying every single month. Our monthly returns is lower, but our return on invested capital is substantially higher because we're actually investing less money. We're using other people's money to make money. I sound like Pace Morby. But these numbers still look good. Even with hard money, like these numbers still look good. So do I have a great deal? I have to go look at it, but I ran my numbers in the mind of an investor. And I think if the repairs are only 40 and if this house can sell, we have a good deal. How do I know if a house can sell? Let's look at comps. How long did it take for these properties to sell? This one sat on the market 29 days. That's good. That's a pretty fast sell. Sell, whatever the hell. This one, 4 days. That's excellent. This one, 9 days. Guys, this property is going to fly off the market. So that is how we look at a deal. So let's talk about steps 1 to 10. And then we're going to open up this live stream the last 20 minutes, 30 minutes, whatever, for everyone else. So step 1, I don't know. You can create the steps as you wish. But the whole point is we're going to need to go and find a motivated seller. Different strategies, guys. Cold call, door knock, text blast, whatever. This time I got lazy. I just bought a lead for $29. All right. We nurture, we negotiate, we get on the phone, we comped it. I gave him an offer. I literally offered it to him. Let me see when I offered to him. I sent this guy the offer Friday, December 20th. I said, I can do 320 right now. And we just went back and forth texting. Dude, oh my God, that was exactly 2 months. It's literally 60 days. Took me 60 days to lock this one up. Hey, that's fine. So then it's the follow-up. Guys, all of your money is made in the follow-up. If you guys are wholesaling and you're like, I can't make money, you're not following up well. I think that's genuinely the key. You should be following up weekly or more, daily on all of your leads and just bugging them. Because if they're actually motivated, you're providing a solution for them. So yeah, 60 days of follow-up. You finally get under contract. I walk the house. I take pictures. I get it beautiful. One more thing I need to talk to you guys about. Let's talk about the 28 things that you need for your dispo partner before someone can sell you a deal. Okay? I need you guys to get these 28 things. Let's go here. I actually should make this even, you guys probably don't even know this thing exists. This is golden, other than the one mistake I made right here. Asking repair price. Don't worry about that. I'll have to fix that. But your dispo partner cannot sell your deal until you get these 28 things. You need the address, easy. You need the type of property, single family, bed and bath, square footage, your built, construction. They need all the information on the property. They also need comps. Help them out. Give them some comps, okay? Then they need pictures. Stop giving me deals to dispo without pictures, guys. I can't sell it. Or I got to sell it so cheap because the investor is going to think it's in really bad condition. We got to get pictures. Okay? Now, Don't worry about asking repair price. That was a mistake. But ARV, repair costs, rental rate. I need the rental rates to sell deals, guys, because some people just want to know what rents are. Okay? Then we're going to talk about the condition of the majors. Your 5 or 6 majors. Windows can get expensive, dude. I got to replace windows. But really, your main ones are foundation, roof, HVAC, plumbing type, and electrical. But, yeah, windows too. Sure. Okay? Got to know those. As far as occupancy, guys, this, you guys, is key. I'm going to start I need to highlight the key ones. Is the property vacant? Is it owner occupied? Is it tenant occupied? Or is there a squatter situation? This property is going to be owner occupied. And if it's owner occupied, the disposition is going to go differently because I can't just drag investors into there. What am I going to do? There's freaking family eating dinner. It's like, hi, this is a 3-2. The foundation is great. They're going to be like, dude, what the hell? I'm eating dinner, right? You got to schedule a time to show it. So like this stuff matters. If there's a squatter in there, please tell me so I don't just go in there and I just get abducted. And then the access matters. So based off of this situation, how's the access? Hey, it's vacant and we put it on a lockbox. It has a key and here's the code. Dude, you're making my life so much easier. I don't show up there with an investor and the door's locked. Or it's by appointment only. So where I think y'all and all of us can improve is pictures and this whole occupancy and access section. You guys kill it everywhere else. For the most part, wholesalers sort of get lazy on this stuff. Then title, have you put money in the title yet? Option earnest, that's important. And then just, give me some information on what's going on with the seller. So these are the 28 steps that I need. So I have all 28 of these except for pictures. I'm going to go get my 28th check mark. Once it's good, I got the contract and I'm going to start selling it tomorrow. All right. What questions do you guys have? I'm done with my spiel. That was 40 minutes. I'm tired. What questions y'all have? If you guys want to jump in here and talk, here's the link. Feel free to just jump in here and hang out with me. Ask any questions you have. Alrighty. We're ripping. You guys need me to look at any of your deals or anything? Oh, thanks, man. Mom thinks I'm special. Did I read that hat right? What are the best leads to contact? What's your contact strategy? Are you calling? Are you calling or texting? Door knocking? It sort of matters. Doesn't really, but it sort of matters. You sent me a land ticket. I'm going to check it out. Oh, Kobe, here's what I'm going to do. Kobe, I'm going to make you your own chat so you don't have to create tickets anymore. So guys, if you're a gunner, a really cool little feature is once you close, so please join a Discord. But guys, once you close a deal in the Discord, I just create you your own little chat. So like here, Olivia, Peter, Isaac, like all these guys have their own chats. And then you can just send me as many deals as you want, like overwhelm me. So I'll create you on Kobe so you don't have to go through and create a ticket. But you said you created a land ticket right now? Which ticket is it? Or did you DM me? I don't know. Kobe, let me know where your ticket is and I'll look at it. Let's comp your deal. Texting. If you're texting, okay, so let's say like you're using X leads or text blasting. Oh, Cameron, I got you in 1 second, bro. I see you in there. My bad. Sometimes I don't see it. Okay, next question. Are you getting cash deals? Going after sub twos, seller finances, novations? I assume you're going cash, and that's probably what you should do. And you're probably going cash single family, right? But just let me know there. All right, I got you. So let's quickly look at list types. I'll also open up Deal Machine so you can compare and contrast. You know what? I mean, I'll be honest. Like the short answer is there is no best list type. I know you don't want to hear that, but that's really the short answer. It's just it's a numbers game. Okay, so you can go after investors who own properties and maybe they just don't want to be investors anymore. I love those lists. Or you can go after sellers or like homeowners who are just like in a really tough position. So either of those work. what you're going to end up learning unwemmed is you sort of are going to have a preference after a while. So I would just genuinely try everything. It's going to take you a few months to just go through, and you may figure out like, dude, I'm like the foreclosure guy. I really resonate with these people in pre-foreclosure. I have some sort of story that I can tell them, like someone in my family is going through pre-foreclosure, maybe like resonate, and you can do really well. But for the most part, you're going to break those down into investors and just homeowners. Tax delinquents really popular. If you're going after cash deals, you're going to want to go after free and clear or high equity. You don't want to go after low equity people if you're presenting cash because they don't have enough equity to take your cash deals. Don't go after buyers, obviously, because you're not looking for buyers. Upside down is pretty cool. I didn't know we had that on X Leads. I got to check that out. Board investors, so again, these are the investors ones. Those are good. Pre-foreclosures is a really popular one. A lot of people are going to be hitting that. I mean, what are your guys' favorites? You guys tell me. Probates is actually where I usually make the most money, but those are sometimes really hard. That's a little bit more of a complex one. So, I mean, you know, there's not really a right answer unless you guys think you have one. All right, I'm going to get you, Cameron. Let me answer this question, though. How do I not call back the same people? Like, if I pull a vacant one day, then another the next day, wouldn't some be the same? Yeah, I mean, I think you're going to, but you're not gonna hit the same list the next day, right? So like you pull a list, you go through your 10,000, and then you recycle to another type of list, and then you can also choose your area. So last thing I will mention is that area really matters too. So like, you know, choose your market. Probably choose a market where you know someone can dispo your deals, and then you can also narrow it down to like actual houses that are that you can sell. So like single family houses within a certain price range. Don't go out trying to find like really bad houses. But, all right, go ahead, Cameron. What's up, dude?
Yo, Max, it's funny you're doing this live. I'm signing a contract as we speak, and I just emailed it to you.
Oh,
it's a realtor contract.
Oh, okay.
I was wondering if you can check it out, see if it's all good before I sign it.
Yeah, which email did you?
I need it to the Max Deer.
All right, sounds good. I got you. All right, cool. So you want me to put it up here?
Yeah, you can. I mean, no matter to me.
Yeah, that's how I am. All right, geez. So this is this is the standard Florida realtor contract. I have never dealt with this. Why is his mic so bad? It ain't that bad, Juan.
My bad.
I don't think it's that bad. It's a little staticky. Man, the echo, bro. Oh, is it that bad, guys? Oh, I know what's wrong. Hold on. All right, I think I know what's going on. I think it's echoing through my system. So guys, hold on 1 second. Hold on. You stay right here, bro. I'm going to be right back.